Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sorry about the noise. The Mini, so I'm about to do some work on. When you turn it off, the fan runs for 5 minutes, no matter how cold it is. So I think that's a problem. If you know, let me know. But here's the project for today. Well, the second project for today. This is an upgraded thermostat housing. The thermostat is stuck open on this car, so it's not cooling or not getting warm until you drive it for an excessive amount of time. And as you can see inside of there and in there, that's where the thermostat is. There you go, there it is. This is an upgraded aluminum housing. They do come with plastic, and the plastic is sealed. So as you look at this one, you can see screws along the edge and a seam, which means at some point I can open it up, I guess, and look at it, and maybe even replace it in the future. But that one is sealed, and I'll show you when I get it out. But you can't take it apart. So this one, it's a little loud. This thermostat housing is right here. Here's the coolant temp sensor right there. Here's the outlet hose here, and I'll step away while this thing is loud. But this kind of goes on the side of the engine, just like that. And there's a plastic tube across the back. And in one of my other videos, I don't know if it's still over here, I think I might have thrown it away. Yeah, I did. There's a tube that goes across the back that this goes into in a special clip. So I'll try to show you that, but if you look here, you'll see there's only three bolts that hold it on, 3 10mm bolts, and a whole bunch of hoses. So these yellow things are just caps for the sensors. I do have a new harness, and I'll show you that when I'm done, and why I think that might be a problem, but we'll find out. So yeah, let me get to this. Hopefully I don't have to take off as much as some people do. You need to take off these camshaft sensor wires. Some people will take this cover off and then pull the coil packs loose so that you can lift this up, because this harness has to get some space. So let me take the air intake box and tube off real quick before we get to this. Alright, well, I've started here. First thing I did was actually jack up the car, get the coolant pan under it. If you don't have a pair of these pliers with this cable on it, this part here clamps onto the hose. I recommend getting them, because these were really easy to get down in that hose, way down there. And then I just popped the lower hose off. There's also a split right here. Down here, it's the hose is split. That's another convenient spot to get to it. So there's a couple spots, or you can just take this thing off and let it leak from up here, I guess. But then you got coolant going down both sides of the transmission. So a little better down there just to get it drained. I'll reach down there and put it back, probably here before I start. But I just pulled the cam sensors off. Pretty easy. This little tab at the very end, you just lift it up and it pushes right off. And then this is the vacuum pump, which creates vacuum. Just push this little button in and pull it off. So now this can be lifted, and the big thing next is just kind of getting in here. So I could pull this off if I want, but you just want this loose so I can get in here and start taking all these hoses off. And this will be the key. And then, like I said, there's 2 bolts here. I don't know if I'm going to show you. There's some videos on this clip that's back here. Get a pick and pop that clip off. And then taking this shift selector free is also very helpful. So I did also unplug the coolant. So this one, this is also a thing. This one has these 2. There's this original thermostat housing only came with 1 plug. This is the single plug, the single coolant temperature sensor, and all these new ones come with 2. And apparently it's a really weird thing in this odd year of cars. But then you got to get this splitter that helps them communicate. So yeah, it's pretty deep. So my fear was this plug wasn't plugging in all the way, but I think it might be at least. But yeah, so this one is easy to disconnect. You just push it down in the back. Where these you have to lift up. This one you push down and it slides right out. And then the others there as well. And they're keyed, so you can't, and let's double check here. So the top left has a keyway, and this one's on the top right. So there's a little line, little keyway on up here, little cut out in the molding, and it's on the opposite end over there. So you won't be able to mix these up. So don't worry about that. So yeah, let me start taking all these clamps off. And like I said, this tool is the best one for these. I don't know how well I'll be able to keep you in here to see, but so here's see the rod down in there, and this one no rod, so it's clearly
just stuck up.
Clearly stuck open, so that wasn't too hard. Get apart. Yeah. And then see this one here also. See, there's there's like a sealed seam on this one, right? No bolts. This one has bolts, so you could actually technically open it up and get this. And this one probably might just be stuck. Like it might just be, you might be able to jar it free, but whatever. That's also, a problem with the plastic ones. So yeah. And then this one's different. See the, like, what is even, maybe this was wrong the whole time. I don't know. So this one's looks like that. And this one looks like that. It's like sunk in. That one's popped out. So I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Interesting. I guess we'll find out. But Bolt pattern's the same. Everything else is all lined up. There's five coolant lines. So yeah, wasn't too bad. I'll get it put back together, but that's the difference. We will have fun with this thing. Yeah, I like this. Well, there it is. It's in. Really just a reverse. Getting the trick was a regular pair of long needle nose pliers to fish that clip back in there. But yeah, I used a hook, a pick, and it came right out. And then the needle nose pliers kind of got on there and I pushed it down. And I was able to get my hand and just kind of push it the rest of the way down. So pretty good. Just a few angry curse words. Getting these clamps to go right back in the right spot. They've got this little, it's hard to see, they've got like a little tab on them, and they lock themselves, which is not like, there's got to be a trick to unlocking them, but yeah, it's violent. So I did that. But yeah, there's only a few sensors that haven't been replaced on this thing. This guy, I don't know what that is. Maybe that could be giving us problems. I don't know. It's expensive though. And then, you know, the ABS module, I'm believing more and more that's a problem, but she's filled up. I'm going to start it, let it bleed a little bit here, pull some air. There's a bleeder here that came with an extra bleeder, so I'm going to bleed it, and then we're going to be done. If there's any other points or tips or problems, I'll come back in and let you know, but I think that's going to be it. Kind of looks good down here with the metal. Now the new metal valve cover I did the last video, so that's cool. Replacing all this plastic with metal, making it look good, but not run any better. Come on, engine. There's only a few more things to do, so yeah, I'll keep at this. But thanks guys for watching. Try to stay out of the sun the best I can. Like and subscribe. Tell me what the heck's wrong with this car. Well, here I am. Here is my current situation. I don't know why this one keeps coming on. This is the fourth time I've driven it. The hard start does seem to be solved. But this is the second time this came on, but I think the last time I drove this turned off pretty quick. I've got a 330 mile, 5-hour drive ahead of me, so I'll check in at about halfway. But as you can hear, so the RPM is up higher than what it was before, and it's not running rough. That sucks. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty good. So I'm going to drive it in about an hour and a half. I'll check in. But yeah, so far it's been okay. But all of the, obviously these two lights are still on. All of the CAN bus lights are still check engine problem. But the misfiring and the dying when I'm coming to a stop at idle has pretty much stopped. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a long trip. We'll see how it does. Wish me luck. An hour and a half later, and we've made it to the halfway point. Or I'm sorry, 2.5 hours later. We're getting 33.5 miles to the gallon. One reason why I don't want to give up on this thing is because, you know, 3-hour drive, only used a quarter tank of gas. So first thing I'm going to do is try the old hot start. My last video, it would not hot start with the hot start. So it is about as warm as it can get, and it fires right up. And one of the last times I stopped here at this place, this thing just cranked, and I had to hold the gas pedal down 3 tries. Now it starts right up. So yeah, we're looking good. Almost as good as that guy's duct tape fender. But yeah, I'm gonna fuel up and then head out, and as long as we don't have any other problems, I think we'll be good. And yeah, I bet this will be pretty cheap fuel up. Overall, not bad. Less than $20 for quarter tank of gas. The Durango would have taken double that at least whenever I get here. So Pilot, if you get their app, you can save 5 to 10 cents a gallon. Also in store, you get, if you're military, you get 10% discount. So all right, guys, I guess finish this trip and wrap it up here in another 2.5 hours. So yeah, so far so good. Let's get one more start here. Yep, nice and easy. We're full. And that light, not that one. I think I just need to scroll through and turn that one off.
We're riddled with crying children and wail.
Listening to the conquistadors take the Aztec Empire. But don't worry about that one either. That I just need to reset that somehow. That half shaded engine, check engine, it looks like a check engine light, but it's half shaded. It's like a power lacking light. That was as soon as I backed out of that driveway, that one turned off. So yeah, I turned it off and on like 3 times, nothing. But then it that one turned itself off. So yeah, that little vehicle on a hoist just needs to be. I think you scroll through the settings and I figure out which one it is and just reset it, like oil change or something like that. So that's it. Off we go, heading north on 95. Just made it back to the marina. This car's driving pretty good. So yeah, that thermostat and I'm guessing one of the coolant temp sensors was the problem and was why this thing was running so badly. But it's running good now. One of the things, I use half as much gas to get here as I did to get to the halfway point. So that's good. What I like to do is hopefully make this fuel last, drive through the week and then get back to the halfway point before I have to fuel up. So we'll see if I can do that. But yeah, I'm just happy this thing's running good enough to drive back and forth. I do have a couple projects coming up. This there's a retractable, yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can see that. Retractable screen here, so you know the sun doesn't bake down. It's clearly messed up. I found one online. It's only like $40, so that needs to be replaced. I think, you know, if I'm driving this thing long enough, later this year I'm going to put struts all the way around it, wheel bearings while I'm at it. The next project I think is definitely going to be this stereo. So a company sent me this one. CarPod Go is the company. They sent me this one, and it's been like flawless. The Bluetooth and everything is great. This is like a $250 screen for that. So that's been amazing. So obviously I put some screws in here and use it in the Durango and all that. But this one's here, and this is the one I've been using. Over here, I did a full video where this display came out. This whole bezel and everything was replaced, kind of moving all the controls down, and this $50 radio was in. It does have CarPlay, but not through Bluetooth, only if you wire it into the USB over here. And then the angle is really low. So for $250, they make one now that replaces this one here. And I think I want to do that. So that's going to be one of my next projects. This is a pretty popular video replacing this one. So I think if I put this one in, I think it has some of these other components. And I still have those. So I'm going to put, I think you put some of them back in and then you replace it with that. So that's the next project. Getting this check engine light to turn off and these ABS, this other stuff. I think I need to buy the ABS controller, which I think a new one's only like $250. The problem is I either need to take it to a shop or it's going to be $1,200. The computer to program it, I could buy one myself, which is what I prefer to do. It's like $1,200. So I don't know what the plan is, but yeah, the stereo and some of these other things are what's next on this car, as long as it keeps running good. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The adventure with the Mini Cooper continues, but I'm glad it's running well. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. Like, subscribe, all the things that are free for you to do. And we'll see you soon.